What is up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well this evening. You have your two very favorite sports analysts on Casino Gaming TV. I am the DGen, Dice DGen, Chris, and I have my co-host, my trusty sidekick, Ian. Ian, how are you this evening?
I'm living a dream out in Seatown. You know me. Getting ready for this tournament to kick off Thursday.
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it. Let's say hello to some people real quick. We got Greg from 555. Greg, hope you're doing well. Appreciate that. Yes, I did hit 1,000 on my channel, so I appreciate all of you. California Craps Club, Ron, what's going on, boss? Hope you're doing well. Ryan, hope you're doing well as well. All right, so what you guys are here for, right? Obviously, March Madness is literally less than I think it's less than 24 hours away until the playing games, and then the main tournament starts on Thursday with the round of 64. So Ian and I are going to break down the March Madness tournament for you from game one all the way through till the finals, and you can see who we have, you can see who we like to win, and why we like them to win. So Ian, what have you thought about the college basketball scene so far this year?
You know, there's been a lot of, craziness. If you look at North Carolina, not only do they, not do well. Yeah, right there. That says it all. Not even in the tournament and deciding not to even go to the NIT. I mean, that's, Hubert Davis is, boy, he's going to have some explaining to do for that, But, I'm a big Kentucky fan. You guys can all see the big UK hat there. Kentucky's down a little bit this year. So the Blue Bloods are down except for, the Kansas, UCLA. But, and then just everything that's going crazy along with the Alabama team right now with Miller and stuff. That is crazy of what's happening there. So, I'm ready to kick this off. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. We're going to hop right into it real quick, though. I'm going to do this a couple times tonight, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not going to go through a full tutorial right now. I will when we get a few more people watching. But if you guys are interested in the Casino Gaming TV Discord, it's linked down below in the description. You can go take a look, and I'll post a link to it in chat later on, and I'll give you a step-by-step tutorial. But you can head over there to Casino Gaming TV Discord. Get in there if you're not in there already. And head over to the Dice DGen channel in Casino Gaming TV Discord. You might have to slide up a little bit. And there is a bracket in there. So we're going to have a CGTV bracket. There's going to be two of them. There's a free bracket and there is a paid bracket. So the free bracket, open for anybody. The password is in the Discord. So you can go take a look. You can join. And you can compete against me. Ian will be in there. One of my brackets is already in there. It's not finalized. I just filled it out so I can show it on the screen later, but it's not fully finalized yet. And then there's also a paid option. It's going to be a $25 entry fee, and the details are in that Discord as well. So go check out the Dice DGen channel in the Discord. And let's hop right into this, Ian. Let's hop right into this.
Let's get her done. Let's
bracket. All right, and let me share my screen here, and we shall talk through all of the picks here. All right, we're going to start off. We'll start off with the South, since that's on the numerical logical order of my screen. I'm going to make this a tad bigger for everybody so they can see it. All right, here we go.
So you want to go ahead and let everybody know what we're doing with the playing games?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. The playing games, we're not even going to address them. There's 4 games. They're 2 Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, if you're interested. To me, they're kind of meaningless games. They don't really matter all too much. Obviously, those teams could do something in the tournament, but we're going to ignore them for now. We're just going to go over the picks, and we're going to assume who wins those games if we're picking one of those teams. But it's not really that important, so we're just going to go through the bracket of the 64 teams, and we're going to go from there. All right, Ian. We're gonna go right to one of the playing games. We got Alabama up against Texas A&M, like Central Southern or something, and like Southeastern Missouri. I don't even know where those schools are other than the states in their name. If you look at the KenPom rankings, if you guys care about those teams are both in the 200s in the KenPom rankings. They made it into the tournament. Good for them. But Alabama or one of these other schmo teams.
Well, this is a tough one. They've only had a number one team lose to a 16 seed. Point 0.7% chance that they're going to win. So I think we're going to go ahead and take Alabama here.
I would have to agree. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to pull up the betting lines on my phone here.
Oh, there you go.
And we can go over those and address them. I'm not going to give you betting picks, let's say, but I will give you some information, we'll call it, on what the lines are in these games, and that's what Vegas thinks about these games as well.
Is that to win it all or to win the regions? Because I know that there's two people that they're doing the regions and they're also doing the overall.
Yeah, we'll go over everything. everything.
Okay.
Good. Well, there's not even a line for the Alabama game because they don't even know who they're playing yet. But this game, I guarantee this point spread's probably going to be 13, 14 points if I had to guess. Might be higher, honestly.
I think it'll be higher.
Alabama's they're a powerhouse this year. And I don't think there's much discussion here. We're going to take Alabama to win this game. Then we're going to move into an interesting game. All right. This is the first interesting game I think we're going to talk about so far today. We have Maryland and West Virginia. What are your thoughts on this game, Ian?
Well, I think this is going to be a close one. I mean, this is probably one of the closer of the 8-9 seeds. These are the guys that are going to hammer it out. I think West Virginia is going to squeak this one out. I in looking over, who they played against, not exactly powerhouse. The ACC is not a very strong conference anymore compared to what it used to be. But I'm going to go ahead and take West Virginia here.
All right. Well, Vegas agrees with you. So the line on this game is 2.5 point favorite for West Virginia over Maryland. If you take a look at the KenPom rankings, if that matters to you guys, in the nation, West Virginia is number 17. Maryland is number 22. So slight edge there. In terms of their offense, West Virginia's 15th ranked offense. They are the 52nd defense. Maryland is the 35th offense, 33rd defense. So Maryland has a little bit of an offense or a little bit of an edge on defense. But I agree. I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with this West Virginia team, if you ask me. I think the West Virginia offense is going to overpower them. I do think it's going to be a close game. I think it comes down to those last few minutes. I think West Virginia have a lead, pulling into that last, let's say, 2 minutes. It's going to be a foul party. And I think West Virginia gets it done. I'm going to say less than 5 points. But I think West Virginia gets it done in a close one.
Yep, I agree with it.
All right, San Diego State and Charleston.
So here's one that's I think is going to be, you got Charleston, 31-3. People are going to look at that and they're going to think, oh, wow, that's the team to beat. But San Diego State is no slouch either. Everybody's going to look at that 5-12. Every year there's a 5-12 matchup, which is really funny because, there's more chances for a 10 seed to beat a 7 seed, 39% chance. 11 seed to beat a 6 seed, 37.5%. Then the 5 and the 12 at 35%. So, I'm going to go ahead and take San Diego State here. A lot of people are going to think I'm crazy. But Charleston, I think if you look at some of where their wins were when I was researching this today, not a whole lot there if you're looking at who they played and who they beat. San Diego State, weak conference as well. But I just think they're going to be able to get up and down on the floor a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Some people look at the rankings, like you mentioned, and the records, right? 31-3 sounds like a great record. You don't really play anybody. San Diego State's 27-6, not a bad record. If you look at the rankings overall, San Diego State's 14th to Charleston's 73rd. And here's what I think is going to be the big discrepancy in this matchup. Excuse me. So Charleston has the 70th ranked offense in college basketball, 75th ranked defense with the adjusted stats and stuff. But here's where you're going to come into a problem, right? San Diego State's offense hasn't been great all year. They're 63rd overall, but their defense has been pretty stellar. They're 10th in defense. I think, you put two similar offenses together and then you put a superior defense up against them. I don't think it's really much of a question. Obviously, 5-12 matchups are notorious for the upsets. I don't think this is the spot. There will be other spots in this tournament. We'll go over it, but I do not think this is the spot here. So we're going to take San Diego State in this one. And we'll move on to Virginia and Furman. What are we thinking here?
Virginia's not playing well. I mean, look what they did in the tournament. I mean, they, and I love Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett coached up here at Wazoo before he went out to Virginia. Great coach, very defensive oriented, coach. Furman's Furman, right? And so, I still think you're talking about one of the powerhouses They got slapped pretty hard in the tournament. So let's see what they do now. I'm going to take Virginia here.
You're going to take Virginia. All right. I think this will be the first pick we're going to differ on here.
There we go. Let's write it down.
We'll write it down. You know what? I'm going to get a notepad out. I'll take it in my phone app. I'll take it. And we'll write it down. I'm going to slot Virginia in just in the pick so we can, continue the bracket going.
You betcha.
For me, right? I didn't give you the spread in the last game. My bad. San Diego State's a 5.5 point favorite. We have the same exact spread here. We got 5.5 point favorite Virginia over Furman. Here's the thing, and here's why I think Furman will actually win this game. All right. This is one of my, upsets that's coming. I like to pick the 13 over the 4 quite often. Virginia, you mentioned it already. They've been playing really bad recently. They have not been playing well. And here's why I think that they've been hot. And what Furman did was they had 2 guys who took their 5th year to come back and play again this year. Mm-hmm. They got a young point guard who's been a stud all year long. Those 3 guys are tough to shut down. And they might be 89th overall in college basketball. They have the 33rd best offense in basketball. All right, so I like them. Going over Virginia, Virginia's offense has been struggling a lot. They're 74th overall. They got a good defense, but I think the basket's going to be hard to find for Virginia. I think Furman's going to win this. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think Furman pulls it out personally. But yeah, I'll write it down. Let me mark it up right now. That Virginia and Furman will be the first one. And while I'm writing that down, we can move on to Creighton and NC State. What are your thoughts there? Did I lose you, Ian? I think I lost him. All right. I'm going to text him. Let me get him back. We're texting on the side right now because I am still going. All right, so I'll give you my thoughts on this game first to start. I don't think this is going to be too much of a matchup here. I think NC State's an okay team this year, but I think Creighton's one of my picks, honestly, to go pretty far this year. I think Creighton is going to do well. I think they have a very, very balanced offense. And I think Creighton is going to get this done. So we'll wait for Ian to come back, and we'll say what's up to some people. I see Justice Jen is here, 2 of her favorite DGens. I hope you are doing well, Justice Jen. We have SJ. What's up, SJ? Hope all is well. Yeah, Ian had to drop out, and he's going over his cheat sheets. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe he just doesn't want to go over the matchup. I don't know. We'll see when we can get him back here. But yeah, Creighton and NC State. I think it's going to be a decent game, but I think Creighton is going to overpower that NC State team, and I don't think it'll be too much of a game if you ask me. But we'll go Creighton, and I'll pull up the betting odds for you real quick. Creighton is looking like they are. Get your words out, DJ. Get your words out. Creighton. Let's find their line. They're 5.5 point favorites. Seems to be a pretty common spread here for this game. But yeah, 5.5 points. I think Creighton covers that spread pretty easily, and Creighton wins that game. We'll keep going. We'll wait for Ian, but I'm going to keep going here. You got Baylor up against UC Santa Barbara. I think this game is not really going to be that close at all. Vegas has the game currently at, let's pull that line up as well, 11.5 point favorites, and I think that's a pretty solid line for that game. Baylor's going to absolutely blow this team out. They're going to win by double digits, and it's not really going to even be close. Baylor, in terms of rankings, if you guys are into your rankings, Baylor's 15th overall. And UC Santa Barbara, let's pull up theirs. Santa Barbara, they are 102nd, so it's not going to be too close if you ask me. So I don't think Ian's going to disagree there, but we'll get his thoughts when he can come back into the stream here. Hopefully he comes back soon. I don't know what he's doing, but we'll see. This is another good game here. I kind of want to wait for Ian to talk about this one, the Missouri-Utah State game. We're going to wait for that one. I don't think he's going to have any problem with me taking Arizona over Princeton. Arizona is one of the premier teams this year, 10th overall ranking-wise. They're 4th in offense, and Princeton is just not a very good team overall. They've been playing poorly most of the year. They're coming out of a bad conference. They're 112th ranked, 103rd in offense, 137th in defense. I think Arizona is going to just obliterate them, personally speaking. And the line on that game is 13.5. So that's a doozy of a line. So, again, Vegas usually knows what's going on. So we will continue to ride with what Vegas has given us. But we're going to go with Arizona in this matchup. And hopefully Ian will come back here. He left me. Ian left me. Ian left the DGen. Jen, I don't even understand how Princeton got in. Well, yeah, you and I both. Princeton is sorry, Ian's texting me. Here we go. Princeton's just not a good team. They play in a bad conference. This is one of those cases where they made it in based on the conference that they play in, right? So it's like, if let's say you had an Alabama in that conference, I mean, they'd go 30-0. Like it wouldn't even be a conference. So this is, you're playing against a bunch of Ivy League schools, and you're playing in a rough conference for teams that just aren't very good. It's the same thing with the college that I went to, right? So I went to Binghamton, for those of you who don't know, and Binghamton's basketball team, they're okay. They're not very good, but the teams that make it in, like University of Maryland, Baltimore County makes it in, and they're automatically slotted at the 14, 15 seed, 16 seed sometimes, and it's just a blowout because it's a major discrepancy in talent. In talent between some of these top premier teams, and then going into some of these just teams that barely made it in. They got in by the skin of their teeth, and they're not very good. They're not very good. All right, I'm going to move down a little bit here. We'll go to the Purdue, Texas Southern, Farley Dickinson. Oh, here we go.
Gotta love paying $400 for internet and can't get it to work.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'll pay that internet bill, boss.
Okay, dude. Kidding me now, man. So you took Creighton, took Baylor. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you're asking about this one, huh? The Missouri.
I was waiting for you to talk about this one. I went and took a little liberty here and went with Creighton, Baylor, and Arizona. I don't think there's much to talk about in those games. No. The only thing I said was Creighton's one of my picks to actually go, decently deep in this round. We'll talk about, the Creighton Baylor matchup later on, but I think those three games are, pretty much no-brainers. I don't see too much going on. The spreads, I think Creighton was a 5.5 point favorite. Baylor was like 11.5, and Arizona was 13.5, something like that. But I wanted to wait to talk with you about the Missouri game and get your thoughts on that and have a discussion. So what are your thoughts on the Missouri game? Utah State.
I think these teams should be flopped. I think Utah State is a better team than Missouri. Missouri's
agree.
Not a good team at all. I can't believe that they're a 7 seed compared to some other seeds that are, 8, 9, 10, 11 seeds even, that just a struggle here. So I'm taking Utah State easily over this one. This is that 7-10 matchup that we talked about earlier. There's a 40% chance again. Here it is right here. This is the game right here. Book it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why I wanted to wait to talk to you about it. Utah State has been a very good team. They actually come from a decent conference as well. They have some tough matchups in their conference. And I was looking at this, and this is one discrepancy that, I don't understand. Again, I know how they do the seedings and stuff, but I agree that they should be flopped, right? Even Vegas thinks they should be flopped. Utah State's a 1.5 point favorite. But if you go to the rankings, Utah State's the 18th ranked team in the country right now. 13th in offense, 64th in defense. Missouri is the 51st team. They're 10th in offense and 178th in defense. So they have a slight edge on offense according to the adjusted numbers, but their defense is abysmal. Missouri's been a bad team all year, and I'm going to continue to fade them. and I like Utah State. So I'm glad we agree on that one. Arizona, Princeton. We were talking about, how did Princeton even make it into the tournament? Just because they play in a bad division. But
yeah, well, I mean, they got lucky and beat Yale, right?
yeah.
So,
Oh, whoop-de-doo. You beat Yale. Congratulations. They probably had finals coming up soon.
Exactly, 100%.
All
right?
that kind of good stuff.
More important.
All right. Another matchup that doesn't do anything for me: Purdue and Texas Southern or Farley Dickinson. Farley Dickinson's a local school to me. They're in New Jersey, not too far away. But Purdue, they're going to win this game. I'll lead this one off. They're going to win this game, but Purdue's a soft 1 seed, if you ask me. Personally, 100%. I think they're the softest 1 seed in the tournament. You'll see why I think that later on, but Purdue will get it done here. But I think their little run that they're on, I think it's going to end soon-ish. But we'll get the win here.
I agree with you. Let's move on because this next one is a good matchup, though. This 8-9 matchup right here.
Give us your thoughts.
I think that Memphis is going to be the squad coming out of here. We'll talk about it in the Sweet 16 here in a minute, but Memphis is playing well right now. They just got done beating Houston. I mean, Houston didn't have, their number one guy, but still, to be able to win that, Memphis is playing well. They're on a hot streak right now. I'm taking Memphis all the way.
All right, I agree. I like Memphis here. Let me pull up the Vegas line real quick, just so I can see what Vegas is saying. Not that I base my decisions off of Vegas, but Vegas agrees. They have Memphis as a 2.5-point favorite. If you look in terms of rankings, this is going to be a great game. So if you're not a basketball fan and you want to watch good basketball, this is going to be a good game. So just check this one off on your listing. It's Friday at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be a great game. You have Memphis, who is the 19th team, up against Florida Atlantic, who is the 26th team. They're very, very similar in terms of stats throughout the year and their adjusted ratings and stuff. So this is going to be a great game. I agree with you. I like Memphis in this one. So we can move on, but Memphis gets it done here. Duke and Oral Roberts.
Okay. As a Kentucky fan, I have to say I hate Duke. And I do. I hate Duke. But Duke's playing well right now. I think Duke's gets his jump. Oral Roberts can definitely shoot the rock, but Duke's tough. Their freshmen are playing like sophomores now, as you could see this weekend when they were playing. But I think this is, there's a lot of people that think 5-12, oh, this is where Duke goes down. Nah, not here. Stick with Duke. Just because, Coach K isn't there doesn't mean that those kids can't play ball. I'm taking Duke all the way.
All right, Ian. Write another one down.
You taking Oral Roberts?
Let's write another one down.
I want some side bet on what's the spread on that?
Let me check. I'm writing it down.
You and I'm going to bet on Duke with you right here. I'm going to bet on Duke.
Let's do it.
Loser has to pay the entry fee. Got it?
Sounds good. 6.5 points.
Okay. I got to give you 6.5. Okay.
Yeah, 6.5. If you don't believe me, there's a line for everyone at home.
I trust you.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
You might be the only guy in this station I trust. So yeah, I trust you.
6.5 points. I'm gonna slot Duke in. Because I'm just going to go with whoever the favorite is, and we disagree. I'm going to go with the favorite team for anybody watching. Just going to go with the favorite. But I like Oral Roberts here personally. I think Duke is a good team. I think they've been playing well as of late, but I think Oral Roberts has been absolutely stud-like recently. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This game, I think the line is actually pretty accurate. You got Duke at 21, the 21 seed overall right now. Oral Roberts is 56. I think the main reason they're the 56 seed is because where they play, right? They play in a pretty conference. They're 30-4. Don't let that fool you. They're not a top team, but I think they're a very good team. They're very well coached and they are very cohesive together. And that's where I think Duke struggled early with their cohesivity, but they definitely turned it around. I'm looking forward to this game a lot. I want to watch this game for sure. I like Oral Roberts personally. But, Duke could be a good one. I'm just going to go over chat real quick. Jen, would you guys do a 3-game parlay for 3 of the top seeds in round 1? There will be no value on that. I can tell you that now.
Change.
Those spreads are probably going to be in the 15 to 20 range for the most part, if not higher. So you're not going to get any value. So
maybe 3 out of the four seeds, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, Jen, we can talk offline about some parlays for that game. What's up, Blue Jay? How are you? Um, yeah, those lines are going to be
One last thing
ridiculous.
about Duke, though, when you're playing Duke, you're playing Duke, the legacy, right?
Yeah.
And to see Oral Roberts kids that they don't get on that stage that much, and to be
Mhm.
front and center on that stage, we're going to see who puts on the big boy pants and who shrivels in that game. So
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that game. So the Memphis FAU game, the East is probably one of my favorite sections of the bracket. We didn't break down like favorite sections. Like we already went over the South. I think the South is pretty easy personally.
Blah blah.
Yeah, if there's an upset, there's an upset. And I already gave you Furman. I think they're going to be the upset. But other than that, I don't really see much. I mean, Utah State's an upset, but I don't classify that as an upset because I think they're a better team all together.
Yep.
The East is very interesting, though. You got some top teams here, and this is also why I think Purdue is a very, very soft 1 seed. They have probably the toughest bracket to make it out of, right? You got Memphis in the second round. We'll talk about the second round a little bit. Tennessee, Louisiana. I don't think we have to spend too much time on this game, do we?
No.
All right, Tennessee. Tennessee only 10 I seed. They're gonna murder this team. It's gonna be a bloodbath for Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns. Unfortunately for them. Real quick, Walter, what's up, my guy? Where do you sign up for the brackets? Well, Walter, lucky for you, I'm gonna give you an entire tutorial in about. Once we make it through round 1 of the matchups, I'm going to give you an entire tutorial of how to get there. But short and sweet, CGTV Discord, Dice DGen channel. What is going on, Jeff? How are you?
Hey, Jeff.
Hope your live went well. I was watching for a little bit and then popped over here. But all right, Kentucky Providence. This is a good game. I'm looking forward to this game as well.
Please, Jen, you want to make a bet? You put it on right here. Go Big Blue. Big Blue Nation, BBN. Big Blue Nation, baby. Kentucky's gonna shock some people. Kentucky has not played well this year, but are playing well. You know, they didn't do well in the SEC tournament, but I think they're going to surprise some people. And you're going to get my picks here coming back out of the bottom half of this bracket, getting into the Elite 8. You watch. Kentucky's my team. I'm a homer. I'm going to admit it. Just like you were in the Eagles Super Bowl game, you were a homer. This is my team. I've been Go Big Blue for 35 years. I've been supporting these guys. But Kentucky's got so much talent. I mean, you look at all the 5-star recruits they got, and they have, I think, the best player in the league right now in Oscar Tuibe. That kid's a stud. He's a double guy in the NBA, not only just in the NC2A. So, I think you're gonna get the ball into him in the box. He's gonna dominate. You got, let's just move on. You can't tell me you're going to take Providence. If you are, then we're doubling up that bet. That's it. All quiet on the Western Front. What's the spread?
I'm a Friars guy, but
no, of course you are.
No, I'm playing. Listen, I think this game is going to be. I think it's going to be a close game. I like Kentucky. That's why I put them all the way through. Or not all the way through, but I put them in for us here. I'm not gonna go against you here. I like Kentucky here, and I'll tell you why I like Kentucky. 3.5 point spread. I think the Friars are a very, very good team. Providence is a very, very good team. Kentucky's a better team. They're better coached. They have better players. And here's where it's going to come down to, for the most part, for me. Offensively, they're very, very similar. One's 14th in the offensive standings, ranking-wise. The other one's 16th in terms of offense. Not overall, just in terms of offense. The discrepancy comes on defense, all right? Kentucky's defense, where'd it go? Kentucky's defense is 71st. That's not great, but it's not terrible. Providence defense is 108th. I think Kentucky's defense steps up, clutches up in the end, and I think Kentucky gets it done.
You bet. Easy one. Easiest one of the whole day.
All right, Kansas State, Montana State. I don't think we got to spend too much time here.
No.
All right, good. Kansas State's going to win this one, guys. If you have any questions, I don't know, go ask somebody else.
That's an easy one.
There's not much to talk about here. Michigan State, USC. Michigan State, USC. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, here again is that 4-10 matchup. 40% chance they're going to be an upset here. But I'll tell you what, as a Pac-10 watcher, I watch Pac-10 basketball. USC is not a good team. I don't know how they made it over Clemson or Rutgers even. I don't know how USC got into this tournament just because they had to give so many bids to the Pac-12 probably, or Pac-10 by the time it ends up getting done. Izzo, he's top 5 coach. This program's struggling a little bit right now, but not struggling enough to lose to USC. This is Michigan State.
Yeah, I agree. I think this one, I'll pull up the line real quick on this game. In terms of rankings and all that kind of stuff, they're pretty similar. My problem here, it's a 2.5 point spread for Michigan State, by the way. Ranking wise, very, very similar. The problem for me is just coaching, the players, the caliber of players, the caliber of teams Michigan State plays with on a consistent basis compared to USC. I think Michigan State gets this one done. They're the better team. They are more battle tested. And yep. I think they're a way better team, and I don't think there's going to be. I think it'll be a game for a little bit, and I think Michigan State pulls away at the end. Or this is one of those games where Michigan State just comes out firing, blows them out in the beginning, and then they just coast in the rest of the game. One of those two outcomes, but I like Michigan State here. Not going to spend too much time on the next 2 games. I don't think we have to really talk too much about Marquette, Vermont. Vermont's in the division of the school that I went to. While you were off, I was kind of messing around with the Princeton thing and saying the school that I went to is in a terrible division. The best team in that gets like a 15 seed. Here you go. Prime example. Vermont's in that division. Vermont's a bad team. All right. They're not good. Yeah. Marquette's a very good team this year. Very, very good team this year.
Very good.
And they have a great coach. And I think Marquette's going to get that done pretty easily, if you ask me. So we're not going to spend too much time. Houston, North Kentucky. Houston's one of my favorites to win the whole thing. I'll tell you that from the start right now. So we're just going to slot Houston in. I'm curious what the line is on this game. I didn't look at it pre-show here, but
that's probably double digits, at least 15.
19 and a half.
19 and a half, yeah.
Yeah, 19 and a half. That tells you all you need to know. That tells you all you need to know. All right, let's move down to Iowa and Auburn. That's going to be a good game. Another 8-9 matchup. I'm looking forward to that one. I can take this one first if you want.
Go for it.
All right, so here's what I think. I think this is another one where the wrong team is at the right side of the bracket, right? I think Auburn's a way better team than Iowa. Iowa is a terrible Big Ten team. They're not good. They haven't done anything. They've stolen so much coin at a DGen's account this year. I consistently bet on these clowns, and they lose. So, I don't know what the hell. I hate Iowa with a passion, all right? In terms of rankings, you got Iowa at 37. You got Auburn at 29. Auburn has a good defense this year. Iowa is they have a great offense. Their defense is abysmal, right? I think Auburn's defense is going to shut down Iowa, and Iowa is going to end up losing this game. Auburn's going to win. Vegas disagrees. Vegas has the spread at -0.5. So basically a pick 'em. Has Iowa favored. I disagree. I think Auburn's a better team.
I'm taking Auburn as well. They're coming out of the SEC. They're playing against Vanderbilt, playing against Kentucky, playing against Alabama. I think they'll cover this easily.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%. I think they'll be fine. I like Auburn. Let's move down. Miami and Drake.
All right, people. Here's that 5-12 upset that everybody's looking for right here. I think Drake's going to come in and shock Miami. Miami's been shooting the ball very well. Fast team up and down the court, but I think Drake's going to shut him down. I'm picking Drake over Miami in this spot.
Mark another one down.
I love it. I'll drink to that.
Miami and Drake. Listen, I don't mind the pick. I think Drake, this is the classic 5-12 matchup where, you might have something come across. I personally, I like Miami here. So again, I'm going to slot the Miami since they're the favorite and we'll keep them going through. I think Miami wins this game personally. Drake's team is good. They're not great. They're better defensively than they are offensively. The problem is Miami is the 12th best offense in college basketball. And I think they're just going to shoot the lights out of the gym, and I think they're going to get it done. I think the defense in this game is going to be pretty bad. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Miami gets it done, and they do what they need to do.
What's the spread
Indiana,
on this game?
Kent State.
What was
What
the
was that?
spread on that game? On the Miami
Let me
Drake
check.
game?
Yep, let me pull that up. I should have had this up beforehand, but there's
I'll go
64
ahead and talk
games. I
about
can't
the
have them.
Indiana Kent State game.
Oh,
Indiana's
okay.
had some ups and downs all year. They've had some played well at times and then just played unbelievably bad at other times. Kent State,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, don't know a whole lot about Kent State. Haven't watched them play. One of the few teams I haven't actually seen play this year. But I'm just going to go ahead and take the higher seed one in Indiana here just because I don't know enough about Kent State, to be honest.
Okay. That's understandable. What I'm going to do here is I'm going with another 13-4 upset. I'm going Kent State over Indiana.
There you go.
I'm going Kent State over Indiana. I'm not going to mark this one down as a discrepancy between the two of us. I know you don't know too much about Kent State. I think Kent State's a better team. Vegas has this at a 4.5-point spread. Kent State is 71st in college basketball. They're 110th in offense. They're 38th in defense. So they have a decent defense. And then who are they playing? They're playing Indiana. Where'd that go on my screen? Here it is. 27th in offense, 43rd in defense. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I just think Indiana – the problem for me with Indiana is they go on cold streaks, scoring a lot. They had multiple games this season where they go on 5, 6, 7-minute runs of no baskets at all, not even free throws or anything. So I think they might have a drought in this game. I think that's what's going to cost them. I think it'll be a close game. Personally, I like Kent State. I can slot Indiana through if you want, but
if you're confident in Kent State, take it.
I like Kent State personally here. To me, it doesn't really matter. This would be interesting, though. If we had Drake here, you got a 12-13 matchup. Those are always great.
Yeah.
Those are always great. I'm going to slide Miami through. All right. Iowa State or Mississippi State and Pitt. I don't think we got to spend too much time on this game.
No, that's a play-in game.
Yeah. Iowa State is going to win this one pretty handedly. Always tough also to come off a playing game and then, hop in and play a top team right back.
Yeah.
So I think that one. Next one, Xavier, Kennesaw State.
Same thing.
You know what's funny on this game? I see everybody on TikTok all over Kennesaw State. And I'm sitting here like, what book do you work for?
No kidding.
And who's paying you to tell people to bet on Kennesaw State? Listen,
no, I saw that today as well, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't know where you guys are watching, but Xavier's been around for a while. I don't even think this is going to be close. Unless somebody's throwing it again, which could happen. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. I don't see that happening in this game, though. I think this game is going to be kind of a blowout. It is what it is. I can tell you what the spread is on the game, and I don't think that really matters. I think it's going to be – I'm going to guess it at 10 points probably. 11.5, pretty close.
Yeah, I thought 11. So.
Yep. All right. Texas A&M, Penn State. I'm looking forward to this game.
Boy, this is another good game right here, man. Penn State's been playing well lately. Texas A&M, Shaka Smart. I mean, come on, that guy's been around for a while, But again, Penn State's playing ball really well right now.
Yeah.
I really like the way they're moving the ball around. I'm going to take Penn State in this matchup right here.
All right, Penn State, he says. Penn State. Well,
because really, I don't want to see two Texas schools play each other. That's
valid. I mean, listen, I'm a Penn State fan.
I know you are.
From where I am. They've been playing hot recently. I think Texas A&M personally is a better team than Penn State is. Do I think they're going to win this game? No.
What's the spread on this game? It's got to be small. 2.5, right?
Yeah. Here's my problem with Penn State. Penn State's defense is abysmal. Their defense is so bad. And it's getting better towards the end of the season. I think they're trending in the right direction. I am also going to go Penn State on this game. Full disclosure, I have one bracket with Texas A&M in the Sweet 16. I haven't beaten Texas in the next game, but that's a shot in a prayer in one bracket if you guys care. But I like Penn State to pull the upset here. Again, they played really, really well. They've been putting those Big Ten teams that, I mean, I don't know if you follow the Big Ten a whole lot, but those spreads on those games, the spreads were large and they were playing better teams and their spreads were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. They know Penn State's the real deal. So I think Penn State gets that done. Texas up against a toothpaste brand. What are we going with here?
Easy. That's easy. Next two games are easy.
Yep. We'll slot Kansas in here. And all right, Arkansas, Illinois. Good matchup. Very good matchup. You got
it is a good matchup, but Illinois is not playing well lately. The
Yep.
only reason why, Arkansas is not a powerhouse either. This is good. Beth, I think it's got to be right around a pick and maybe a 1.5 on Arkansas side. It's got to be something really close. I'm going to pick Arkansas because they're an SEC team, and I've watched them play against Kentucky a couple times. So,
yep, I would have to agree. So it's a 2.5 point spread. Arkansas is favored by 2.5 points. Arkansas is the 20th team. Illinois is 33rd. Illinois has been playing really bad basketball as of late.
Terrible.
They started out the season pretty good, and they looked decent, but they've fallen off the wagon pretty badly. Arkansas gets that done. Again, they play against better teams, so Arkansas gets that done. All right, another 5-12, St. Mary's and VCU. St.
Mary's is, they're a shooter team. It depends on how well they shoot. But VCU, you're competing, against a team that can definitely stroke the ball. So I'm going to take St. Mary's here, strictly because I think I already took my 5-12, my 5-12 loss earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with St. Mary's here.
Yep, I agree. All right, have a good night. Dice are out, and California Crash Club, you're still here. It's not that late for you on the West Coast yet. But yeah, I agree with what you said. St. Mary's is a superior team here. They're 40th in terms of offense, but they're 9th in terms of defense. And offensively, VCU's 140th. I think that says it all. I think St. Mary's wins 100%. This game. Don't think it's going to be even that close. UConn and Iona. This is an interesting matchup. Or is it not to you?
Not to me.
Not to you.
No, I think UConn's going to surprise some people coming out of this region.
Yeah,
I think they're playing well right now. I think, and if you look at it, they're going to create some. If they do get into the Sweet 16 and have to play Kansas, which we don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but if they do, I think they can give Kansas a run for their money. I think UConn's playing well right now. I think they're getting up and down, and they're not hurt like a lot of other teams are. So I'm going to take UConn here over Iona.
All right. I'm gonna add another one to the list here.
Oh yeah, mark that one down. I'll take the bet on this one. What's the bet on this one?
9.5.
Ooh, 9.5. That's a lot. Good Lord, that's a lot.
Against Rick Pitino?
Come on, dude. I'm a huge Rick fan. You kidding me?
Rick Pitino? You're giving a team 9.5 points for Rick Pitino.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I don't want that bet. 9.5.
I don't blame you. I'll mark it down as
4.5, maybe.
I'll mark it down as one of our discrepancies.
But Rick's already got one foot out the door. Rick's about ready to leave at the end of this tournament. Rick's going to go coach somewhere else next year. You watch.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. For me, here's the situation with this game, right? I think Iona is going to surprise some people in this game. This is another 13-4 upset for me, right? I've got 3 of them already. One of them's going to hit. I'll tell you that right now. One of them's going to hit. So if you guys want, take all the 13 seeds money line straight. One each. One of them, at least one of them will hit, if not 2 or 3. I like Iona here. I don't love them. I like them. I don't think it really matters. I think St. Mary's going to trounce either one of the teams next round. So to me, it doesn't really matter. But I like Iona there. We'll ignore them for now. TCU, ASU, Nevada. This game, another playing game. I think ASU is going to win this game against Nevada. If ASU is playing TCU, I'm a little bit more hesitant. If Nevada's playing TCU, I could care less. TCU is winning this game. I'm not too concerned about it.
Yeah.
Much better team overall compared to either one of these teams, and I think TCU gets it done.
This next game's an easy one too. You're talking about the number 1 offense in the league.
Yep. Yeah.
Done.
Not even a question. We got another 7-10 Northwestern and Boise State.
Yeah, this is a good matchup. Northwestern. You're talking about Boise State coming out of a small conference. My best friends are really good buddies with the coach at Boise State. They've been playing well most of the year, and I don't know. Northwestern. I'm kind of leaning towards Northwestern, but what's the spread on this one? Because I would love to take Boise State here.
1.5.
1.5.
Northwestern's favored.
That's what I'm saying. Just Boise State, if they can shoot the rock, man, they're gonna be tough to beat.
This is gonna be a very interesting matchup. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. Very low scoring game.
Yep.
I like the under, if anybody cares, on this game. I don't know what it is. 127.5. I like the under there personally. You got Boise State as the 31st ranked team overall. They're 78th in offense, 14th in defense. You got Northwestern, who is 42nd overall, so pretty close. Again, coming out of the Big Ten. Big Ten, not great this year. You got Purdue coming out of the Big Ten. I mean, they're a soft seed. I already told you that.
Yeah.
109th offense, 13th defense. You got the 13 and the 14 defenses going up against each other. Under. I'll ride with Northwestern.
All right, put me down for Boise State. You and Teddy Boy can take Northwestern. I'm taking Boise State.
I'll take Boise State with you. I could care less. This game. Teddy Boy.
Yeah.
Teddy Boy, how are you? Teddy Boy taking UConn over Iona. Interesting. Northwestern's your pick for that one. All right, there we go. St. Mary's will lose. That's an interesting concept. They will lose eventually, just not in the first round.
There you go.
In my opinion,
UCLA is a no-brainer. UCLA is a no-brainer.
Yeah, UCLA is one of my favorite teams of the whole tournament. I'll be honest with you. All right, so that's our round one done and dusted. We got UCLA, Boise State, Gonzaga, TCU, UConn, St. Mary's, Arkansas, Kansas, Texas, Penn State, Xavier, Iowa State, Kent State, Miami, Auburn, Houston, Marquette, Michigan State, Kansas State, Kentucky, Duke and Tennessee, Purdue and Memphis, Arizona State, Arizona and Utah State, Baylor, Creighton, Virginia, San Diego State, West Virginia, Alabama. All right, so that's our round one done and dusted. Ian and I have 4 differences. I had Furman over Virginia. You had Virginia. I had Oral Roberts. You had Duke. I have Miami. You have Drake. And I have Iona. You have UConn. So those are our 4 differences. But what I'm going to do real quick is for everybody, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and I'm going to start resharing the screen real quick. So everybody who wants to get involved, pay attention. All right? Stand at the ready. Pay attention. Here we go. If you want to get in on the March Madness for Casino Gaming TV, all right, here's what you got to do. You're going to go to Discord. All right? Here's Discord. Here's what it looks like. All right? You get to see everything I'm a part of. You're going to go to the Casino Gaming TV one. If you're not a part of Discord already, link down below. I'll put it in chat in 1 second. You're going to go to the Discord. Let me make this bigger for you so everybody can see it. All right? You're going to go to the Discord, and you're going to scroll down to communities. All right? You're going to go to the Dice DGen community. That's me. All right? And you're going to go up here, and right here is a link. You can join the link, right? You click on that. It's going to take you to the page. You sign up with your ESPN account. You enter. The password is right here, CGTV March Madness. All right? Anybody can enter this one. This one's free. If you want, we're doing a paid one as well. All right? $25 entry fee. I am running it. So if you want to enter the paid one, all you have to do is shoot me a DM on Discord. Again, it's Dice DGen. Pretty clear. Where is it? It's right here. You can see my thing right there. Shoot me a DM and let me know that you want in on it. I take Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, all the good stuff. And I will send you a link personally and send you the password. All right. So the free one is in the Discord. The paid one, you're going to have to message me so I can track everybody who's going into it. All right.
Chris, I just want to make a bet out there to Holy Roller Brian. Brian, if I beat you head up, straight up, you going to take me on a cruise or what?
Get that free cruise.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I still got to go on a cruise with that guy. I don't know if anybody saw that. I'm ready for that one. All right, let's run him back.
I just took a shower in water. That was lovely.
Well,
all right.
That's why I'm drinking brown water, brother.
Holy Roller said, no way. No way. No way. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. All right.
Oh, bummer.
Let's get back to the good stuff here. We're going to go over the brackets again. And here we go. Here we go. All right. So, Alabama, West Virginia, who you got?
I got to take Alabama still here. Alabama, I think, is just – I mean, they're too strong. They're too big. They're too fast. West Virginia I don't think they can run with these guys. So, I think this is a no-brainer.
Yep, I agree. I don't really have much else to add to that. I think Alabama is one of the best teams in college basketball. A lot of people would agree with that. And I think Alabama gets it done pretty easily.
I'm going to let you pick this game.
I got San Diego State going.
I do too. I don't think Virginia – we both said Virginia's not playing well right now.
Teddy boy, didn't Oklahoma beat Bama by 30? Yeah, one game.
Yeah, we all lose once.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Alabama is the 19th best offense in college basketball, third overall defense. Everybody loses a game here and there. Letdown games, not necessarily a bad thing. The way you beat Bama is you slow down the game. You don't try and run with them. That's a very valid point. That is a very, very valid point. If you try and run and gun with Bama, you're going to get your brain's blown out. The lights are going to come off. The ceiling's going to come off the gym.
I watched Bama play in person last year against Kentucky at Rupp Arena, and they came out and were just firing threes left and right. Kentucky was having a hard time keeping up, and those are some thoroughbreds there.
Yeah. And they got a lot of off the court issues going on obviously right now, but I think Alabama, they get it done. Not too worried about that. And then I have San Diego State beating Furman personally. That's why the Furman Virginia pick, to me, right, you're in their first round. What you really want to have in the March Madness brackets when you're doing these is you really want to have your Sweet 16, but more importantly, your Elite 8, your Final 4, and your champion really dialed in. The round 1 doesn't matter that much. You can't win in round 1, but you can certainly lose in round 1, right? Yeah. So if you get these people who are picking, like a 1 seed to lose, and the 1 seed ends up going to the championship, they're basically out of the bracket, right? So round 1, not super important, especially with some of these little upsets that we're picking, right? I mean, I don't have Furman going to my Sweet 16. I don't have them going to my Elite 8. I have them losing the next round anyway. So San Diego State for me over Virginia. And Ian, you said you agree with that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think San Diego State's a better team. I think Virginia, I think Furman's going to beat them. I think Virginia's just a bad team right now. They're playing poorly right now. And San Diego State's been on a heater, so good for them. Creighton Baylor. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah, this is. I mean, Baylor's been pretty streaky, though. I mean, I was kind of surprised that they were a 3 seed to begin with. Yeah. But Creighton is balling. I don't know if you're watching them lately, but there's a lot of people picking Creighton to come out of this bracket. I mean, I don't know if I got them going that far, but there's some people big name people that are on CBS Sports and a couple other places picking Creighton coming out of this bracket. So I'm not a big Baylor fan anyways. So I'm going to go with Creighton here.
I agree. I'm 100% on that. I'm one of those Creighton fans. I'm all over them. If you care about rankings and stuff, you got Creighton 13th overall. Baylor is 15th. Creighton is 28th in offense, 15th in defense. Baylor is second in offense, 104th in defense. That's where the discrepancy is for me. Baylor has a very, very good offense, but they're streaky, right? Their offense shuts down. Their defense can't back them up. Creighton is just an all-around solid team. Big Creighton guy here. I think Creighton gets it done over Baylor. Arizona and Utah State.
I'm gonna stick with the higher seed in Arizona. Arizona put the smackdown on UCLA this weekend. They played extremely well in that game. I'm gonna go with Arizona here.
Yep, I would agree with that. I think Utah State, gets a weak Missouri team. They get it done, but I don't think they can compete with Arizona.
I agree with you.
Purdue and Memphis. What are your thoughts?
Here we go. First number 1 seed to drop. I think right here. I think Memphis is playing well. That permits that Purdue's big man gets in foul trouble like he seems to do a lot of times in big games. If he gets in trouble, this game's over. Memphis will take control of this game, but I still think that they're going to try to get him into foul trouble, try to get him down on the box, make him make some stupid mistakes, and get some cheap fouls. I'm taking Memphis here in an upset.
Say it louder for the people in the back. Say it louder. I love it.
Memphis.
I'm all over it. Penny
Hardaway, bring it, brother.
I'm all over it. Listen, I said it before. Purdue is the softest 1 seed in the tournament, and it's not even close. I don't think Purdue is that good. I really don't. I know they won, their conference and stuff. The Big Ten. The Big Ten is not very good, and I don't think Purdue is very good. I think Memphis. I'll be honest with you. I think Florida Atlantic beats them. If Florida Atlantic beats Memphis, so there you go. There's my feelings on Purdue.
Yep.
And Teddy agrees with you, right? He said that's the key to beating them is to get their 7'4" big man into foul trouble. And listen, that guy gets into foul trouble very, very quickly. He takes stupid fouls.
Oh, stupid.
It's
like give up the 2 points. I mean, we need you in the game, big fella.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
He takes bad fouls. So I agree with you. Purdue upset in the round of 32. Sayonara.
Yep.
See you later.
Gandhi.
Gone. All right. Duke and Tennessee. I have Oral Roberts, Tennessee. But Duke and Tennessee, who do you got?
Again, pains me to say it, but I think Duke's going to win this game. I've watched Tennessee play a couple times against Kentucky. Was not impressed with Tennessee. Duke is peaking at the right time. I'm going with Duke here. I know you're not a big Duke fan either, but it didn't even have Duke getting out of Oral Roberts. But I'm picking Duke here, so it's up to you on what you want to do with Tennessee and Duke.
I'm a Tennessee guy in this one. I'm picking Tennessee. I think Tennessee.
Write it down.
I'm going to go Tennessee here. Do you want it?
I sure hope Duke loses in the first round because you and I can just.
Duke and Tennessee in round 2. All right, that's where we're going to go with. I mean, listen, yeah, Duke and Tennessee. Listen, Tennessee is Teddy. Who's picking with their heart and not their mind? Duke is playing. Apparently,
I'm not a Duke fan. I hate Duke, so it can't be me.
No, he's talking to me. Apparently, I'm picking with my heart and not my head. Well, I don't have a heart in Duke or in Tennessee. I do have an ex. No, I'm kidding.
Careful, this is videotape.
Sorry, babe. Anyway, Duke is playing too well right now. That's fine. They can continue to play well. Tennessee's a better team. Straight and simple. Stats will back it up. Tennessee has the second best defense in the league. I think Duke is gonna struggle. I think they're going to look kind of tough, and I think Tennessee wins this game. But that's just me. Again, this one you could go either way. I can make an argument for Duke. I can make an argument for Tennessee. My argument for Tennessee is stronger right now because Oral Roberts is upsetting Duke. That's where my argument for Tennessee comes from. All right, so don't
stick
shoot
with
me,
me, Teddy.
comments.
Stick with me, Teddy.
Listen, I told you guys to try and beat me, so go ahead. Pick Duke. Pick Duke to win again. Pick Duke to win the whole thing for all I care.
Hey, Biff's asking when the games start too, by the way.
Yep, I just saw that. Biff, when did the game start? So the round of 64 starts on Thursday. Thursday at noon, I believe, is the first one. And what's it called? The playing games start tomorrow. There's 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Wednesday. We didn't really discuss the playing games. We care more about the bracket altogether. So to answer your question in short, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday.
And most of the brackets have to be in by then, anyways.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna put a request in by everyone get their brackets in as soon as possible. Obviously, people can change it. What did Teddy say? I think the SEC is overrated. They did terrible in the NCAA last year. Sooners beating by Bama also proved it. All right, can I get another fact other than the Sooners beat Bama by 30? I'm sorry,
the SEC did suck.
I mean, they did, but
Kentucky was a number 2 seed and lost to a 15. So yeah, they did. But
someone let me know how that relates
to the SEC. So.
Duke being good.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I genuinely want to know. Like, please tell me how. I'm not saying that the SEC is a great conference. I'm just saying that it is what it is.
It'll be a good one to watch. It'll be a good one to watch. Don't even ask me on this game.
Here you go. Teddy's picking Texas to win the whole thing.
Good luck with that, Teddy.
Picking someone out of the Big 12.
Barnes ain't going to get you there.
All right. Anyway, and I'm not saying this directly at you, Teddy. Love you. Love that you're here. And, I think debate is good. I think debate is real good, honestly. I just don't like the stat that they beat them by 30.
Yeah, this is true. Next game, you know who I got here. Don't even have to ask me.
I think Kansas State's a weak 3 seed.
I think they're a terrible 3 seed.
Yeah. All right. Kentucky wins this game. Kansas State, they have an easy first round. I don't think they're that good. Let me pull up what are their rankings? I don't even remember looking at them. Kansas State. They're 24th. They're 52nd in offense, 19th in defense. It's not too bad. Basically right on line with Kentucky, though. Kentucky has a better offense. I'm going to roll Kentucky in this one as well. Michigan State, Marquette.
It's a tough matchup here, too. I mean, I like this matchup. Marquette's playing well. Michigan State's excited to be where they're at right now. I think that they were just happy to get in. I'm going to go ahead and take Marquette here.
Agree, 100%. I think Michigan State, again, another Big Ten team coming out of the Big Ten. Not very good. Again, USC is a soft 10. They're not playing well. Michigan State gets that one done. Marquette's too good this year. They're playing well as well right now. So I think Marquette gets it done. Teddy boy, I don't think Texas will face anyone tougher than Kansas, and they destroyed Kansas twice. Yeah, that's a valid point. They did beat them twice. Third time is the charm sometimes. We'll see. I love this one, Joel. Sports are boring if everyone roots for the same team. That's a fact. That is such a fact. And just so you guys know, I don't have I'm not sitting here with my diehard team in the tournament. I don't have a team. So I don't really care. It is what it is. And it is hard to go against Tom Izzo in March. That's the same thing with me going with Iona. It's hard to go against Rick Pitino. I just think Marquette is a better team than Michigan State. So we'll move on from there. Houston, Auburn.
Houston's an easy winner here.
Yeah. Yep. Houston, easy win. Not too much to discuss there. You have Drake and Indiana. I have Miami and Kent State.
We'll let you pick this one.
Miami.
Go ahead.
Not even a question. Miami's been playing too good. Also, just so everybody knows, if you're not in the TikTok space or you don't care about people my age, Miami's got the Cavender twins, so they're going to be there at the game and they're going to be cheering them on.
Hey, wait! Us mid-50 guys like that too. All right, don't discount us because you're in your sub-30s. Us mid-50 guys like that too. Okay. Go back and look at Florida State, dude. Go back and look at Florida State.
I love Florida State.
Florida State football.
Joel, TikTok. What is that? Don't worry about it.
Don't do it, Joel. It's a rabbit hole you'll never get out of.
Don't even worry about it. But I got Miami in this one.
Yeah.
Again, here's the situation though. If it was a Drake up against Indiana, I'd have Indiana. But personally, it doesn't matter to me because Houston's going to beat Miami or whoever they're playing anyway. So I'm not even going to worry about that one too much. I love this. I don't use TikTok. I don't support commies. Neither do I. I do not support the commies at all. I don't really use TikTok that often. Sometimes I'll go on it, but I don't use it that often. I only use it to grow my social medias personally. Not a big TikTok guy, but the Cavender twins are always on my For You page. So shout out Cavender twins. If you're watching this,
hashtag look me up.
All right. Iowa State is Xavier. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to come down to, I think, who's got the ball in the last minute and a half and who's playing well in the last minute and a half and who's in foul trouble. I think this is where we're really going to see some good coaching come into it. I'm slightly leaning towards Xavier here, but not by much, to be honest with you.
Yep. I'm on the same page here. I got Xavier. Here's the situation for me as why I'm going to Xavier over Iowa State. Iowa State's their defense is pretty good. They're 8th in defense. Xavier's 70th in defense. But Iowa State's offense adjusted is 96. Xavier's offense adjusted is 9th. I think Xavier will get it done down the stretch. I know their defense is weaker compared to Iowa State, but I think their offense is what's going to carry them through. And I think it's going to come down to the coaching at the end. And I think it's going to come down to a big shot.
Backcourt.
And I'm going to trust Xavier to make that big shot.
Yep, backcourt.
All right, Texas, Penn State.
No brainer. We've got to go Texas here. I mean, I'm not even thinking twice about this one. You might because you're a homer, but go ahead.
Not even close. I mean, I'm struggling to even pick Penn State over Texas A&M. So
amen to that. Yep.
I got Texas. I think Texas is one of the best teams this year. I like them a lot. A lot.
We're not telling you that, Teddy, because you made that statement, but we both agree Texas has got a good squad.
We're overrating Houston. They looked awful yesterday. They did indeed. Yeah,
but who were they missing? Let's call a spade a spade.
Yep.
Who were they missing? Probably the best player on their team, who they've already come out and said will play the tournament. Not only that, but he's going to be 100%.
Yeah, I agree. That's my main thing, right? He's going to be back. The other thing too is, if you think about it, those conference tournaments, it's back-to-back games.
Yeah.
You play 3 and 4 games in less than a week, right? That's tough. In the tournament here, they're not playing that regular. I mean, they play frequently, but they don't play that frequently. Yeah. Mind you, they're playing against better teams. And this one, right? Houston starts out with a Northern Kentucky. Whoop-de-doo. That's like a practice game for them. That's like a scrimmage, basically. Houston's B team will beat Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, no kidding.
Then you got Auburn, who's not that good of a team. I don't think Houston's the best team. Don't get me wrong. I do not think they're the best team. I think so far, though, I can't really make an argument as to how Northern Kentucky will beat them, how Auburn will beat them, and how a Miami or an Indiana or a Drake or a Kent State will beat them. I can't make that argument.
Yeah.
That's just me. All right. Kansas, Arkansas.
Kansas.
Yeah, this one's a
Self's
no-brainer.
back. Self's back.
Yep.
Arkansas is, oof. All right, this is your call here because I know who I'm going to pick, but you didn't like my pick when I picked UConn over Iona. So I'm taking UConn, by the way, here. But
all right, I'll slot UConn in because we're going with the lowest seed. Whoever the lowest seed is, that's what we're going with. I got St. Mary's winning this one. Again, I'll put it down in our thing. UConn and St. Mary's. We'll see if it even matters. Both those teams, could magically lose in the first round, and we're not even talking. What do we got in chat here? Houston sandbagging talent before the tournament. They're missing their best player, and he's going to be back, like Ian said. So, are they sandbagging? No, he's injured. But he'll be back. I think he'll be fine. Holy Roller, see you soon, brother.
See you there, Brian. Take care, man.
Have a good night. Iowa beat Houston. They did. Again, teams have losses. UConn and Kansas in the Sweet 16. That's what Ian's got. I have St. Mary's personally, but, this is why we're making brackets, right? Because we all have different picks. If we all had the same pick, then nobody would win. TCU, Gonzaga.
This is a tough pick for me. TCU is one of those teams that has, top 57 in scoring and top 36 or 35 or something like that in defense. But Gonzaga's number one in scoring. Plus I live in the state of Washington, watch Gonzaga play at least once a year. I'm going to take Gonzaga here, but it's a small pickings here.
Yeah, I agree. I think this will be a very good game. TCU is a good team. They're 53rd offensively, 20th defensively. But here's the thing. Gonzaga is number one overall in offense, 76th in defense. But, the thing with Gonzaga is they have height that TCU doesn't have.
Exactly.
And, wow. I guess we're thinking on the same page here because I see it in chat now. Are the Zags relying on their trees as usual? Yeah, they are. And for anybody who's wondering, there's like a 15 to 20 second lag between when we talk and when you guys actually post the chats and when you hear us talk. So yeah, they are relying on their trees, and the boards are going to be tough for TCU to get. Hence why Gonzaga is going to win that game. TCU is going to have to shoot lights out. I don't think they can do it. Boise State, UCLA. I don't think we have to talk too much about this one.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, cool. So advancing to the next round, we got UCLA, Gonzaga, UConn, Kansas, Texas, Xavier, Miami and Houston, Marquette and Kentucky, Memphis and Tennessee, and Arizona and Creighton, and then we got Alabama, San Diego State. So let's pop into the Sweet 16 here. Let's get our Elite Eight going. Alabama, San Diego State.
Again, I still think Alabama's tough to beat here. Alabama's got some big guys. It's going to be hard to stick with them. San Diego State just doesn't have the horses to run with them.
Agree. Yeah. I don't think there's much of a discussion here. I think Alabama's a very good team. I know they have losses, but I don't think San Diego State is that good. I think San Diego State struggles offensively, and that's where they're gonna be their downfall. Now,
well, hi, everybody. I don't know if we're missing Chris. Teddy Biff, if you guys can hear me, give me a shout on the chat. You there, Chris? You hear me, Joel?
We're back. We're back. We're back. We good.
I was talking to everybody, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard you. I think we're good now. You can hear me all right?
Yep, we're good. We're solid. Right. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. My power just flickered, so my router kind of jumped. Is it past my bedtime? It's late for me. I'll tell you that. It's past midnight. But I'm back. Don't you worry. All right, here we go. Let's get this going still. All right. Where's my bracket? Here it is. Boom. Technical issues. We got it going, though. All right. Alabama over San Diego State. We're good there. Creighton and Arizona.
All right, here's the upset pick right here. I'm taking Creighton here over Arizona. Pac-12 is a terrible conference. There's not really much coming out of the Pac-12. Creighton is balling right now. I think they deserve to be here. I think put them into the Elite Eight for sure.
Yep, I love Creighton here. I told you from the start, Creighton was one of those teams for me that's going, and they're going to keep riding. I like Creighton over Arizona. I liked Arizona up until this point. I think Arizona, they're deservingly a 2 seed. I could argue for a 3 potentially, but I like Creighton in this spot. I think they're going to get it done. Memphis, Tennessee. You have Memphis, Duke.
Yeah, I have Memphis winning this game, so I'm going to take Memphis for sure.
I love it.
I think Penny's going to get him into the Elite Eight.
I'm going to go with the same logic here that we've been going with, because we're picking at straws, talking about why I don't like Duke, why I don't like
100%.
XYZ. It doesn't matter. Why? Because they're going to lose anyway. It doesn't really matter. I think Memphis's game against Purdue is going to light a fire under them, and they're going to go. And I think they're winning that game against Tennessee. Kentucky, Marquette. I know where you're going with this one.
You know where I'm going.
I can't make that call.
Go ahead. Just write it down.
Kentucky against Marquette in the Sweet 16.
Just write it down. Yep, write it down. I'm picking Kentucky in the Final Four, by the way.
Sweet 16. Yeah, that's a homer pick.
It is a homer pick.
You thought my Eagles was a homer pick.
Not listen to this. I'm a homer bet, but I'm going to put it up in my things.
There you go. What's up, Mike? How are you?
What's up, Mike?
I'm going Marquette here.
Sure you are. You can even put Marquette there. I just know that I'm picking Kentucky.
Oh, I don't blame you. I mean, listen, that's your team. That's who you back. That's what it is. What it is. I just think Kentucky's. I think they run out.
I get you. They've done nothing to warrant an Elite Eight this year. Nothing.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was Houston and Miami.
Not even close. Houston again. They're fully healthy now. Watch out.
Yeah. You know what? I gotta look something up real quick. We can talk about the next game here. Let me pull it up.
Scroll down a little bit.
There we go. Texas and Xavier.
Xavier against Texas. This is going to be a good matchup. I think Texas and Barnes knows how to coach. That's the one good part about Texas right now is he knows how to coach. Xavier, I think, it's going to be close, but I think Texas, just for you, Teddy boy, is going to squeak this one out. I want him to play number 1 against number 2 going into the Final Four.
Yep, I agree. I like Texas here. I think they're going to get it done. I don't think it's really going to be that close of a game. I think Texas is the strongest 2 seed, with the exception of UCLA. I think you can make an argument either way between them and UCLA. I think they're the strongest. Those 2 are the strongest. And I think there's a significant drop off between Marquette and Arizona, and then Texas and UCLA. Big fan of Texas this year. So
hey, just for the record, Teddy's backing me up on Duke, by the way. Thanks, Teddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be surprised if Duke wins at all. I don't know. Here's what I'm picturing from Duke, 2014.
Oh.
You know what happened in 2014?
They lost in the first round.
To Mercer.
Yeah, I know.
Mark it down, ladies and gents.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, it's just me being emotional, though, I know. Yeah. Kansas, UConn.
Oof. This is going to be tough. I mean, these next 2 games here, and I could see the winner of the tournament coming out of between these 3 teams are coming out of between Kansas, UConn, and then UCLA at the bottom. You're talking about 3 really good teams. I mean,
you got 4 great teams here. You got Gonzaga there too.
Yeah, this come on, man.
I mean, stacked.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the top 4 teams. Gonzaga, though, I don't think they can compete with UCLA, but it's also going to depend on, who's hurt for UCLA. But, I like UConn, but I think I'm going to go with Self just because I think, with him going in the hospital over the weekend, team's going to rally around him, show him how much support they're going to give for him. And then, I'd hate to see UConn bow out, but they're one of those teams that have a really good offense and a really good defense. But I just think Kansas is going to get it done.
Yeah, I like Kansas here a lot myself. I haven't played St. Mary's, but either way, I think UConn's a great team this year.
Yeah,
I just think they're not going to do it. But Kansas wins this one. I'm going UCLA here.
I'm going UCLA as well.
I think Gonzaga's
Pains
a
me
good
to do
team.
it. Pains me to do it. I like Mark Few as a coach, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yep. No, I agree. All right. So now we're into the Elite Eight. We're into the Elite Eight. And here we go. Alabama, Creighton.
Whew. Well, here we go. This is when we're going to start seeing some ball being played. Can't wait for week 2 of the tourney. This is when you sit down with a bowl of popcorn and nice cool brown water, and let's go see them have it. Creighton is playing well up to this standpoint, but again, I just see Alabama as being a powerhouse as long as they can keep things going.
Yep.
I think they're going to be under a lot of pressure with the Miller situation again. This is even going to highlight it even more. Why is this kid playing? What's going on? But I think that's the reason why you have people that work for you to block that stuff out and just let the kids play ball. And so, I'm not saying it's right that the kid gets to play, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, let's let him play ball and let's see what happens. I'm going to take Alabama here just because I think Alabama's got more in the tank, but I could realistically see Creighton coming out of here as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same exact boat, right? I like Creighton, and I like Alabama to win this game, and I'll tell you the exact reason why. Creighton's going to have to beat Baylor, and then they're going to have to beat Arizona. They got 2 tough matchups. Then they got a third matchup as well against the Bama team that is better than Baylor and better than Arizona. I think it's going to be tough for them. I think Alabama wins this game. I would love to put Creighton in my Final Four. I can't do it. But
you're totally right. To beat a 1, 2, and 3 seed all in the same tournament, that's a tough pill for anybody to swallow.
Yeah, and if they do, they're winning the whole thing. But
exactly.
I don't think they will. Ron, have a good night, boss. Thanks for tuning in. Glad we were able to help you out a little bit. All right, let's go down to the next one. Memphis and Marquette.
Ooh, here's another one where I think has Memphis hit its ceiling. I don't know. I think you and I both agree that Memphis was a good part coming out of the top part of this bracket coming through. Marquette, if they beat Kentucky, will be playing well at the time, beating some good squads. I'm going to lean towards Marquette here. I just think that Memphis might be riding on fumes by then.
I agree 100%. I think, again, you have the same thing where you beat the number 1 seed. You're going to beat Duke or Kentucky or Duke or Tennessee with that 4 or 5 matchup, whatever it is. And I think Memphis, I don't think they're battle tested enough to actually coming out of the American Conference. I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat 3 strong teams, let alone beat maybe 2 of them. So
don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Penny Hardaway in the Final Four, right?
Oh, me too. Me too, 100%.
It's going to happen.
I think Marquette's going to do it, and I think also, let's say Kentucky beats Marquette. I think Kentucky beats Memphis. So I just think Memphis, again, it's another great run that's going to fall just short.
I agree with you.
Houston, Texas.
Boy, talk about a slugfest right here, right? Yep. Battle of Texas. You're talking about 2 guys playing to get into the Final Four, which is in Houston. Here's the question. Is everybody healthy? Can these guys match up with each other? This is going to be the game that everybody really sits down, takes a look at, and say, should this be a Final Four game?
It should be.
Agreed.
I think it's picking this game. I hate it.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only reason why I'm leaning towards Texas is I just think that Texas plays a little bit stronger. I think Texas can play some head games with Houston. I love Kelvin Sampson. He's an ex-coach at UK. I think he does a great job in Houston. He's got his big gun back. Hopefully he'll be able to do it. But I'm just eking out just a little bit towards Texas here.
I like it. So this is actually kind of funny. So I'm in a couple brackets already. I have 2 brackets that are exactly the same. One, I have Houston winning this game. The other one, I have Texas winning this game.
100%. Yep.
But
it's going to be a coin flip.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to put Texas through. I like the Texas, and we're going to get to it right now. I like the Texas-Kansas matchup. I know Teddy said it earlier. He had it up here, yeah. Texas Kansas Final Four rematch. I love it. I'm all here for it. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I think Kansas beats UCLA. I think UCLA they can't hang with Kansas. I think it's going to be a great game. I just think they run out of fumes here as well.
UCLA's hurt too. I mean, they're not at full strength. Even though their guys are playing, they're not at full strength. I'm going to take Kansas here as well.
Yep. All right, cool. All right, so we got them, and now we are into our
all the way up.
Final four, right? So we got Alabama, Marquette. We got Texas, Kansas.
All right, here we go. So I think Alabama still has got the big guns playing. They're the number 1 overall seed. They deserve to be there. They've played well all year. I mean, yes, Teddy, they did get beat by Oklahoma by 30. That's one game, And so when you look at Alabama, yes, the SEC was down this year, but they played well all year long. We're always in the hunt, always in the top 3 or 4. Now they're the number 1 overall. I just think they squeak this one out.
Yep, I agree. Again, I don't think Marquette's very good. I think they're okay. I think they do enough to win these games. They're going to play against Alabama. They're going to lose. I don't feel confident having Alabama in my championship game. I'll be honest with you. I don't.
100%.
But I can't see a path where it doesn't happen. I think could they get upset? 100%. Do I think they're going to get upset? No. That's just where I'm at. So I like Alabama, and I'm actually going to go. This is going to be interesting here. Kansas, Texas. I know Teddy is a Texas boy. He likes Texas. I'm liking Kansas here myself. So for me, here, I'm not going to put it in there yet because I want to hear what you have to say.
No, I'm with you. I'm on Kansas to win it all this year. I really am.
Back to back, baby.
I think they're going to shock some people and go back to back, which hasn't been done. I don't even remember the last time. What was it? UCLA back in, in the Wooden era. I don't even remember the last time somebody went back to back. But I think he's got them playing well. Texas could win this and could win it all.
Yeah,
Texas has got good enough horses to be able to compete with Alabama. I think this is definitely the toughest game of the two. This will be one that if they do make it there, you're sitting down. I mean, look at that. We have how often does that happen? A 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. It doesn't happen too often.
No,
when you're picking brackets.
I also hate having 2 1 seeds in my championship, but
exactly.
I mean,
you hate to see
Texas
that. But,
beats Kansas.
Yeah. But when you go pick by pick, I mean, stuff like that. I'm picking Kansas here. I agree with you. I'm picking Kansas to beat Alabama as well. I just think that Kansas is the better all-around team. I think they've showed it by looking who they played against. I mean, coming through the bracket. You know what I mean? You're talking about beating UCLA could be here too. UCLA could really beat Kansas. We don't know if they were fully healthy, if they could compete with them. But I think Kansas is putting everything together. They've got the whole, self getting healthy, come back from the hospital. Let me get out and get going. I think, definitely something that we, it's going to be a great game, but I'm picking Kansas. Oh, you're locked up again. Biff, you're exactly right. Whoever has the best backcourt usually wins in the NC2A tournament. It looks like we lost Chris real quick, but, Miami does have a good backcourt, but I don't think Miami's going to get very far. Troy, Florida back in 06 and 07. Yeah, those were squads back in the day, competing against Kentucky back in the SEC tournaments. Those were some amazing times. Teddy, I think Kansas could beat Houston as well. I'm excited to see, Jen's on Kansas as well. That I got to change my pick because Jen's picking, Kansas. I got to go over somebody else just because I'm her kryptonite. But, when you look at this is going to be a good bracket to be able to pull out. I really think that if you look at the squads that are in there, there's some really, really good teams. And then there's some teams that just can't compete. They just don't have enough horsepower to be able to run it behind it. Jen, I hear you on the UCLA. I don't want to root for UCLA either. I am a Pac-12 guy. I'd like to see them in the Pac-12, get in there, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we're in for a great tournament. I think if you are a fan of college basketball, I can't stand the NBA. I think college basketball is so much better than the NBA just because they're playing for each other. They're not playing for a contract. They're not playing for anything, and just to be able to see these kids go up and just see the sheer emotion and the raw energy that they bring when they're coming in is just hands down nothing better than the tournament for these next 2 weeks. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you like our picks. I don't know what happened to Chris. We'll kind of stick around for a minute to see if he shows up. Jen, I can't pick UCLA. I'd love to, but I just can't do it. I think that when we get back and we look at the tournament this time, I think it's going to come down to where are the thoroughbreds at? Who's going to be the teams that have showed consistently through the year? Because that's what it's going to take to get up and down the court, for to win. What is it, 5 or 6 in a row? I think it's 6 in a row in order to be able to win the title. Who's got the horsepower to be able to do that over, an extended period of time? 2 games a weekend. That's a lot of games, a lot of emotion running through it. So, Chris, I'll kick it back to you since you're back. I was filling in for you while you were gone, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's a really bad storm ripping through right now. The rain is pattering. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I shouldn't be able to because my mic is facing the other direction. But first of all, Ian, appreciate you being on here as always. I think this is a great discussion. Teddy, you're my new best friend. I love you.
No kidding.
I do.
Teddy, you got to come back for football season. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, Teddy, you got to come back for football. And Teddy, if you want to come on the show, let me know. All right.
Yep, we'd love to have you.
I'm thinking Ian and I we'll do some chats maybe after the first round, or maybe not even after the first round, maybe after the second round. We'll maybe do another session and
definitely
we'll discuss. But Teddy, if you want to come on, message me in Discord. Get in the Discord, message me, and we'll have you on. And
wait. He just lost it. You just lost it. You and Jen can go hang out and be your 49er fans. Did you see who signed with the 49ers today, by the way?
Yeah, Javon Hargrave.
50 million guaranteed. Good luck, man.
I saw it. Yep.
I can't wait for football. But yeah, look at Jen. Yeah. She's loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, Jen is loving it.
Jen, I'm saving my 49er tickets for you, by the way. I'm saving my 49er tickets for Jen.
There you go.
You got my Eagles tickets, brother. You know that.
Yes, sir. Oh, we're going to that game. I'm waiting for the date. I'm waiting for those stupid dates to be released, but
gotta wait for the date.
They'll come.
All right, mark my words, everybody. Kentucky to the Final Four. Mark it down. Make your bets. Midmo, you're a little late, brother. Where you at?
Chiro, what's going on, boss? Wait, first of all, I need to give Chiro a shout out here. All right. For anyone who isn't subbed to Chiro yet, go check out Chiro's channel. All right. He's late.
Amen.
It's okay. He put on a great show earlier on Crapsy. I wasn't playing, but I was watching. So Chiro, shout out to you. That was a great show you put on earlier. Thanks for tuning in a little bit. And so again, recapping this, I think we're going to have a great tournament, honestly. Some great first round games coming up. And I'm really looking forward to that Sweet 16, that Elite 8 matchups. There's going to be some great basketball there. Maybe we'll do this, run it back in 2 weeks almost.
Let's do it. Let's do it going into the Sweet 16.
All right, let's do it going into the Sweet 16. 100%. We'll get another stream up. Again, pay attention to the Discord and to the YouTube notifications and all that kind of stuff. And if you guys want to be in the March Madness bracket, all right. Again, there's 2 of them. I told you I lost my internet connection quickly. I'm actually hotspotting from my phone right now. So if this drops, we'll see.
Welcome to my world. I'm doing it from somebody else's Xfinity account, not mine.
There you go. So I'm hotspotting from my phone right now. So hopefully it stays on. But if you guys want to get in to the Discord, and you can join the March Madness tournament. There's a free one and there's a paid one. All right. If you want to be in the paid one, you got to DM me and I will send you the link. After you send me payment, I will send you the link and I will send you the password and you can join. The free one is in the Dice DJing community on the Casino Gaming TV Discord. You don't have to pay for anything. It's free. You can go in, enter, and the password's there. Go ahead, go pop in, go enter, and you'll see all of us there. And hopefully, somebody wins and we'll have a good time. Bragging rights for the free one and then the paid one, winner take all. So enjoy, get involved, and hope to see you guys all there. Jen, no fantasy baseball. I don't do fantasy baseball. I don't do baseball in general for the most part. I like baseball.
I love baseball, Jen. I'd love to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't do fantasy baseball. Fantasy baseball, fantasy basketball. There's too many games. There's too many injuries. There's too many players.
Yep.
It's not worth my time to put into it. You guys know me for fantasy football. I have models that predict a lot of my fantasy football stuff, and I spend a lot of time on that because there's a handful of games a week, not a handful of games a day. So that's just me. But you guys can do what you want to do, and hope you guys have a great night. Ian, again, appreciate you coming on, and we'll run this back.
I'm just trying to find you on Venmo right now so I can send you my $25 so you send me that link because I got the win a chicken dinner.
Yep. Send me if you guys want to be in there, DM me in Discord. I will get to you probably tomorrow morning because it is past midnight here and I gotta be up in 4 hours. But
thanks for doing it late. I appreciate it, brother.
No, I appreciate you coming on short notice. Yeah, kind of put this together last minute. So I appreciate everybody in chat. Appreciate Ian, you most of all for doing it with me. Guys, again, get in the Discord. Go join the March Madness tournament. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching the March Madness tournament. And hopefully it's a great tournament. I want to see some great games. I want to see some great upsets. I want to see just a great tournament overall and rooting for everybody. And I really want to see a safe tournament. That's mainly for me. I don't want to see anything happen where, these guys, a team loses because somebody got injured. I want to see, two teams just battling, heart out on the floor, and may the best team win.
And we want some trash talking.
100%. Get in the Discord and tell me I suck. I don't care. All right. We will end it there. Guys, have a great night, and we'll talk to you all soon.